Hello guys. So in this session we are going to learn how to install Kubernetes Cluster on Ubuntu 24.04 LTS. So let's start. So first of all here as you can see Kubernetes nodes. So in Kubernetes cluster you will encounter these two distinct categories of nodes. So first of all we need a master node and we need a worker node. Right. So in master node, these nodes play a crucial role in managing the control API calls for various components within the Kubernetes cluster, and this includes overseeing pods, replications, controllers, services, nodes, and more. Then in worker nodes are responsible for providing runtime environments for containers, and it's worth noting that a group of container pods can extend across multiple workers nodes and ensuring optimal resource allocation and management. Okay, so here we need a two nodes. So we need a three nodes. First, master node, and the both are two remaining are worker nodes. Okay, so here we are going to create three nodes for one master node and remaining two are worker nodes. So let's check the prerequisites. So first of all, here we need a Ubuntu instance. Then we need a minimum 2 GB RAM or more. We need minimum 2 CPUs cores and we need 20 GB hard disk. Okay. So let's start. So as you can see here, this is my three nodes. This is the master node. This is the worker node first, worker node second. Okay. So let's start here to install Kubernetes cluster. That means Kubeadm setup. Okay. So first of all, here you can see ensure machines in the cluster can ping with each other via IP and host name. Okay. So let's start. So first of all, here let's ping and the instance IP. This is my master node as you can see. So I'm going to copy my master node IP and let's ping here. Okay, as you can see, it's done. Okay, now the worker node first ping and the IP of first node. Okay, it's successfully pinged. Now it's time to worker node second ping and the worker node second. Okay, now it's successfully pinged. Okay, done. So let's clear the screen first. Okay, successfully done. Now here we need to set the host name here, right? So first of all, the first node is master node. So that's why here I'm going to set the host name. So I'm going to switch to my root user and my host name is master node. Okay. If I enter a bash and let's check my host name. As you can see master node and you can see also root @ master node. Before you can see the IP and now after our node name is master node. Same for worker node first. You can see worker node first. So the host name is worker node first. Sorry. So I'm going to switch to my root user first. And let's set the host name worker node first. Let's enter a bash. If you want to check host name, then you can check the host name is worker node first. Same for worker node second. So let's set the name worker node second. Let's enter a bash. And if you want to check the name, you can check host name worker node second. Okay, it's done. So we have successfully set our names, right? Okay. Now the third step is you can see we need to edit this host file, including mapping of IP address and host names. Okay. So let's run these commands. And here We need to enter the IPs of our node, master node, worker node first as well as worker node second. Okay. So we need to store the IP here. So first of all, my master node, I'm going to copy the IP. And after that, here enter a name, master node. Okay. Now it's time to first worker node. Enter worker node first, right? Master node. Okay. Now it's time to worker node second. That means third node. Worker node second. Right. So let's check the name for once. Okay, it's done. Now let's copy this. Now let's save the file and exit. Okay. Same for here. Sudo nano /etc/host. And here let's paste this node and IP. Let's save the file and exit. Same for third node. Let's paste this. Okay. Let's save the file and exit. Okay, it's done. Okay. It's done for all nodes, you can see. Okay. Now it's time to ping each other via host name. Okay, so we need to ping this node. Okay. So first of all, for master node, we need to ping these two, worker node first and worker node second. For worker node first, we need to ping this to master node as well as worker node 2. For worker node 2, we need to ping this master node as well as worker node first. Okay, so let's ping. So let's start from worker node first. Let's ping. Okay, sorry for name. Worker node -1, right? As you can see, now it's done. Okay. Now it's time to check worker node second. Okay, it's also done. You can see successfully ping. Okay, let's clear the screen. Okay, now here it's time to ping worker node second because it's worker node first. You can see name here, worker node first. So that's why here I'm going to ping this worker node second. Okay, it's successfully pinged. Now it's time to check master node. As you can see, master node. You can see the mistake, right? We need to enter a proper name that we have stored in this /etc host file. Okay, it's successfully pinged. Now it's time to move third node, that means worker node 2. So here, let's check first ping master node. You can see successfully pinged, right? Now it's time to ping worker node first because it's worker node second. Sorry, worker node first. As you can see, successfully pinged. Okay, it's done. Right. Okay, it's done. Now it's done. Now it's time to move the next step. Now the next step is disable swap on all nodes. So how to disable, how to check? So the check swap status using free -hash disable if necessary. Okay, so let's check for all nodes. Okay. Okay, so let's clear the screen. Okay, it's done. Now it's time to installing Kubeadm. Okay, so how to install? So follow the below step to install Kubeadm and related dependencies on all nodes. So master node and worker nodes SSH into the master node. So ensure sudo access is available. So how to check sudo -l. So run for all nodes. Okay, it's all. It's also done. Okay. So let's clear screen first. Okay. It's done. Now update the package and their version. So let's start to install Kubeadm. So first of all, we need to update our system package. Okay. So I'm going to update my system package for the master node, worker node first, and worker node second also. As you can see, this is my master node. This is worker node first, worker node second. Okay. So as you can see in master node, you can see the name here, right? It's done. We have successfully updated my system package. Now let's check for worker node. Okay, it's also done. And now worker node second also done. Okay. Now it's done. Now we need to install Docker first. So let's install Docker for 3 nodes. It's installing Docker. Okay, it's done. Now it's also done. And here also done. Okay, it's done. Now add Google APT here, key to verify releases. So let's add for 3 nodes also. It's, as you can see the message, okay. 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 It's done. Now the third step is let's install this apt transport HTTPS. Okay, it's done. Done. Okay, now it's done. Now let's install the GPGs if you don't have, but as you can see, the already installed, here already installed, and here already installed. Okay, it's done. Now it's time to install Kubeadm. As you can see, Kubelet, Kubeadm, and kubectl. Okay, so we are going to install these 3 packages. So first of all, let's make this directory into this particular location to install these 3 packages in each node. That means we are going to install these packages in every node, that 3 node master node as well as worker node first, worker node second, and worker node. Right. So first, okay. Then let's run this curl command. Okay. Now let's update the system package. Here also. Here also. Okay. It's successfully updated. Now it's time to install these 3 packages, Kubelet, Kubeadm, and kubectl. So let's run this command in these 3 nodes. Okay. It's done for master node. It's done for worker node first. And it's done for worker node second. Right. Now prevent automatic updates, removal of Kubernetes packages. So if you want, then you can run this. So I'm going to run this in 3 nodes. Okay. It's done. Now, after that, it's installing the Kubernetes cluster. So it's time to install Kubernetes cluster. So after installing Kubeadm, initialize the Kubernetes cluster on the master node using the following steps. Now we are going to run these steps into only one node. Which node? Master node, not in worker node. Okay, so we are going to run these commands in only master node, this node, master node, right? So let's run this command. So the command is here. You can see run Kubeadm init command with desired pod network CIDR. So here we need to enter a master node instance IP. So here is the master node instance IP. So let's copy and paste here. And now let's copy the command and paste in master node. So it's installing here. You can see run Kubeadm init command with desired pod network CIDR. Okay. So we have run this command in only the master node. Okay. After that, we have these commands in this node, and then we are going to run this command. Okay. But only in master node. As you can see, it's running. Okay. So we have this command. After running this command, after successfully running this command, we have this command, and we are going to run this command in only on master node, not in worker node. Okay. As you can see, it's done. And as you can see, we have these commands, right? So as you can see the message, we have your Kubernetes control plane has initialized successfully. And to start using this cluster, you need to run this following as a regular user. So let's run this command in only master node. And the second one. And the third one. And after that, alternately, if you are root user, you can run this command. So if you want, then you can run this command also. Okay, it's done. Now it's done. Okay. After that, you can see here, adding worker nodes, join nodes to the master node using provided join command. So where is the command? So command is here. You can see the join command here. Then you can join only number of worker nodes by running the following on each as root. So we need to run this join command in each worker node that we want to join to this master node. Okay. So this join command we are going to run on worker node that we want to join this worker node to master node. So we have two worker nodes. I'm going to join these two worker nodes to my master node. So that's why I'm going to run this command on my both worker nodes. It's done. You can see. And the second one. Okay, it's also done. Okay. Now let's clear the screen. So that's the join command that we have run. Okay. Now it's done. Now the next step is we need to apply this to check our status, right? Like here we are going to use this example for funnel.yml. So we need to run this apply to check our status. And after that now, let's check the status of our nodes. Okay, verifying the cluster setup. So let's check the status. Let's check the kubectl nodes in our master node. Why? Because we are going to run this command in only master node. So that's why we are going to check in master node that our worker node is connected or not. As you can see, if I run the kubectl get nodes command, you can see the master node status ready and worker node 1 status ready, worker node 2 status also ready. And the second step, you can see next step, check the join nodes. If you want to check the details, you can see master node status ready and so on, the details. You can see it's 88 seconds ago, 82 seconds ago, and the master node is 3 minutes and 10 seconds ago. And you can see the version, internal IP, external IP, OS image, Ubuntu 24.04, LTS, kernel version, and contacts and so on, right? You can see the status is ready. Okay. So it's done. So in this session, we have learned how to install Kubernetes cluster, that means Kubeadm setup on Ubuntu 24.04 LTS. So first of all, here we have set up these two nodes, first master node and the remaining are two nodes, worker node as first and as well as worker node second. And we are going to connect this worker node with each other, right? And we have installed Docker, we have installed Kubeadm, Kubelet, and kubectl, right? So in this session, we have learned how to install Kubernetes Cluster, that means Kubeadm setup on Ubuntu 24.04 LTS. So thank you for watching and I hope you understand.